Hey guys, you're back with Credit Connector. Remember, this channel is all about you. I'm here to show you guys, empower you guys, so you guys can go out there and leverage your credit and get the best credit products. Remember, I'm still dropping my VIP school link where you guys can still register for free. That is a safe platform. We're going to be bringing some bankers in the future. We're going to start going live and we're going to put some templates, okay? Also, if you guys have any friends, relatives that don't speak English, guys, send them over to my Spanish channel, which is called Conecto de Crédito. So let's get to it. In this video, we're going to talk about when does your score update? And this is a question I get a lot. When does my score update? Does it update every day? Does it update monthly? Also, another question that I get is, does it affect, me, my personal credit when I go and check my credit score? And that answer is no. You can check your score every single day and it does nothing to your credit. You can have somebody check it, but you can check your credit score. So basically, for everybody, the FICO, which is basically, that's the one the banks go by. Okay, right now, there's out there the FICO 8, FICO 9, and FICO 10. But they're still checking the FICO 8. And for everybody, it's different. For me, it might be on the 1st. For you, it might be on the 10th. For your neighbor, it might be on the 15th. So how do you know? How do you check? Well, one of the things you can do, depending what credit monitoring system you have, you can basically log in. And what you can do is go in and you can check when was the last day it updated. Okay. With the FICO, I've seen sometimes, normally it does it once a month, but I've seen sometimes I've paid something off and I think, shit, it's not going to update until next month. And you know what? A week later, it's updated. So I think they're trying to change it, but overall, it's once a month. Okay. So with the Vantage score, and that's where a lot of people get confused. With Credit Karma, it usually tends to do it, I would tell you, every couple of days. So some of you guys get confused and you're like, oh, it just updating my score. And then you guys go apply for a credit card or go get, try to get a car, a personal loan. And guess what? The credit score has not updated yet. And the reason you figure this out is, let's say maybe you had a credit card that was maxed out and you paid for it and Credit Karma said that it updated. So you went and you applied for that personal loan and you got denied. This is what happens. That's why you got to follow my channel, because I'm here to give you guys all the information for free. Okay. So, whenever you're going to go apply for something, I would always recommend, for you to check your FICO. Okay. Make sure that it has updated. If you just paid a credit card off or anything, like that, you want to make sure before you apply that everything has updated. It's very important. Also, if you have a credit card that's maxed out and you're trying to lower that utilization because you want to see it update, make sure that you pay it off, or at least just leave 6 to 7% utilization on it. Not by the due date, but by the statement date. And that's where a lot of people get confused. They don't see their score. They're like, Jackie, what happened? I paid off my credit card. I got my statement. I saw my update and it's still showing a high utilization because you paid for it by the due date, not by the statement date. So you can max out your credit card, but it needs to be paid off by the statement date, guys. Don't get it twisted, okay? A lot of the funding companies out there, they don't tell you this. So they're like, oh, come here, we're going to help you. This is all they're doing. They're just hacking the system because they know how the algorithm works. And this is something you guys can figure out as well. It's very important, okay? Remember as well, right now the banks are still using FICO 8, but once FICO 10 is out, which is out, but they're not really using it yet, the FICO 10 can see, it's like they can watch a movie of your whole credit score. So it's not like they're just taking little shots like pictures. They're going to be able to see 24 months prior. So if you're a person that constantly has a utilization going up and down, once they start using the FICO 10, they're going to be able to see that, and that's how they're going to predict how you're going to use their credit products. So you might be penalized if you're doing this kind of, plays with the utilization. So even though right now you can still see your score, going up and it's okay right now, you want to make sure to get those habits, in place before the FICO 10 starts kicking in, because if not, you're going to be doomed, especially if you want to go out there and buy a house. Okay, that's going to be a high player with the mortgage lending companies. Okay, so remember, it all depends what company you use. When does your FICO, set to report? Also, a lot of times you can see if you have a credit card. A lot of the credit card companies now, they do offer this, and they'll tell you, hey, your FICO score changed. You'll get an email or a text. You can go in there and see it, and that is a safe way to see it, because they do use, with the credit cards, they do use the FICO 8. So if, let's say you have Chase and you received an email, hey, your FICO changed, and you go in there and you check, and it says that, the utilization went down, it's reporting the payments, or you paid off your car completely, and you see it on there, you can be sure that it already updated, because remember, the credit cards do use FICO 8. Okay. Another question that I always get regarding the score is, can I get, my credit report? Can I check the score through there? No, guys. You can get your annual credit report for free, and that's excellent to really see what's reporting on your credit report, but it doesn't tell you the credit score. Okay, the credit score is completely different. So, and also, don't get so fixated on the credit score. Remember, banks and lenders right now, they want to see the whole thing, the credit profile, not just the score. You might have a 750, but you might just have 1 year of credit and one credit card for $1,000, and then you're going for, these lines of credit, and you think you're going to get like 30, 40, 50, and guess what? Then you get denied, and you're like, oh, what happened? Your profile was not strong enough. Okay, so don't get so fixated on the score. Yes, the score is, it's good to have. Also, if your score is down, even though the profile looks good, you might not get funding. But if your profile looks good, trust me, your score is always going to be high. That's just, it goes hand in hand. Okay, so you guys don't have to pay credit companies to tell you this information. You guys don't have to pay the funding company to tell you this information. I'm here to tell you this information. I'm sure you guys are shocked, because yes, I'm a woman and there's not too many women in the credit space, but I had an excellent mentor, which is my mentor still, and that's the Radical Marketer. Okay, that's Rad, and he's the king of credit, and he's the king of YouTube. So I had a good teacher, and I'm here to teach you guys everything he showed me. Okay, so also remember, subscribe, give me a like, give me a comment. That's the only way I can connect with you guys. Okay, right now, like I said, I'm still dropping that VIP school link, which you guys can still get in for free. And also remember, if you guys have any friends, the relatives that don't speak English, send them to my Spanish channel, Conecto de Crédito. Any of the two platforms, I'm here to help you. This is a safe space. Nobody's going to sell you anything. We're not going to give you, wrong advice. Also remember, this channel is always only for entertainment reasons only. You guys got to go out there, do your due diligence, do your homework. I'm not an attorney. I don't give legal advice. Anything I tell you, obviously, I want to educate you guys, but I want you guys to go out there and always check for yourself. It's very important. Okay? Remember, until next time, Jackie.